We got to help him. Hang on, we're coming. This investigation is keeping me close to Belfast. In fact, the area we're in now is almost regarded as a suburb these days. But this town was very powerful and important long before Belfast even got going. Carrickfergus is dominated by this magnificent castle, but I'm not here for the castle. It does, however, play a very important part in the place I'm investigating, right across the road. Andy Matthews, Maureen, how are you? So this is the infamous Dobbins.
Indeed.
So what about the place itself? Has it always been a hotel?
Well, it was an inn in about 1600, as reported in Miskinnon's History of Ireland.
Has it been other things in the past?
It's had quite a checkered past. It's been an armoury, it has been a jail.
Really?
Yeah, right way back in time. So it's changed quite a lot since its original...
Police station at one stage, yes.
Now, obviously you've got Carrickfergus Castle just over the way there. Does that date at the same time as this building?
Well, it's slightly younger than the castle in that the John de Courcy, who finished the building there, granted the lands here to one of his lieutenants at the Dublin, and he built his castle here, so slightly after the castle.
So you've got many years of history here, so it must have some ghost stories attached to it.
Oh, very much so. We have our own personal ghost called Maud.
As an investigator of the paranormal, my travels have taken me the length and breadth of the British Isles to Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and now, once again, home to Britain.
As I heard it was that one of the butlers back in the days of the private residence is reputed to have got one of the maids pregnant. And the story is that he was supposed to have killed her, taken her body onto this headland, threw it into the sea, and come back and gone into the building, into the very room that I have as an office now, and hanged himself in that room.
He actually hanged himself in your office?
Supposed to have hanged himself in that room. If you look at an Ordnance Survey map, you'll find that that is known as Barclay Rocks.
Why is it called Barclay Rock?
Barclay was his name, and so this became Barclay Rocks.
That's where he supposedly dumped her
This is
body.
where he supposedly taken her, thrown her body into the sea, come back, gone into the building, and hanged himself in the top room of the tower, which is now my office.
One last one here I want you to have a listen to.
Please I help? Yes or no?
Just contacted me. That is intelligent contact.
It's amazing.
Hold on. Wait there, everyone. Don't move. Okay, I'm going to go and check this out. What the hell? What are you getting? What are you getting? What are you picking up? What the hell?
There's something banging around somewhere.
Something banging around.
Has to be down there. Right, I'm going to go down.
The noise they're hearing could be the sound of a television echoing down an empty corridor. But who or what switched it on?
Where's the night watchman? Where would the night watchman be, Bob?
The front gate.
The front gate. Is there any way that it can broadcast? Okay, scotch. Bear in mind this may be some kind of decoy. Sounds a little bit loopy, but you know, just keep an eye on them screens, yeah?
Okay, Roger, we're monitoring all cameras.
Andy suspects that the noise may be coming from somewhere outside the house. And he's absolutely right.
So you've had the thing set there and all that?
There you are.
False alarm then. We've established where the link came from. The guys in the front security desk have accidentally put a book on the switch, so that accounts for the radio and TV signal and the intercom going around the building, yeah? So we can scratch that, okay?
Okay, over.
Okay, run away back now.
In the ghost nest camera, the instruments are flashing.
I'm headed towards an old mountain cottage in the woodlands of Fermanagh, home to one of Northern Ireland's most infamous cases of poltergeist activity. The events took place in the early part of the last century, and according to local tradition, there's still a potent and, some say, evil kind of force that still penetrates the building today. I I have to say, even on the approach to this remote cottage, the stillness in the air, the atmosphere, the eeriness of the whole place is quite overpowering. I mean, this place is obviously a wreck now, but this is the location of the 1913 infamously told poltergeist story, isn't it? What can you tell me about it?
One night in particular, the mother and the daughters in the house started to experience and hear some noises that were coming from up above in the loft in the house. And they went outside, investigated it as much as they could, and they found nothing, and it eventually sort of gravitated from there.
What about the church? I mean, the church surely must have got involved at some point and tried to clear the house of any kind of evil spirits.
Two priests in particular, Father Coyle and Father Smith, did a lot for the family and tried their best to kind of make it peaceable in here.
I believe that you two have spent the night here on your own, armed with some recording devices. What did you discover?
Initially, what we encountered was problems with equipment.
Oh, right.
Initially, microphones drained of power. We used a flash microphone which contained power in it,
Oh, right.
fully charged. Before we left, we did an equipment check. That on its own is okay, but when you take it in conjunction with other things happening in the house at the same time, it got a little bit odd.
Looking at it from that angle where the camera's placed, looking down, if you've got a stairway there, then that would match dimensionally how tall a man would be.
We have it here that they left on the SS Praetorian sailing from Glasgow on the 31st of July 1915. And there they are, Bridget and her family. And in 1930, they're still there. As to whether the poltergeist actually followed them, as the saying goes, or the legend goes, if you like, is open to debate. It's probably local folklore and hearsay. Having said that, I've been up to this place and I can't begin to explain how strange and unnerving the place is. Hopefully we're going to be able to find some kind of evidence to back up this story, to see if anything still remains at Coon Cottage, because I feel that there is something dark and brooding still remaining there.